Well, well, well. If it isn't the hero La Pronta in the flesh. Here to gloat over me one last time before my beheading. Oh, that's too bad. After all, what's the point of defeating your enemies if you can't even rub it in their noses? I disagree, hero. I didn't find my way to the inside of this cage because I have alternative views on wartime etiquette. But rather, I am where I am today because the mouth-breathers of this city looked at me and saw a monster, prompting the members of its cathedral to tap you on the shoulder and say, "Fetch." I guess that's fair. I shouldn't be likening you to a dog, because if anything, I'm starting to suspect that I'll be released. If I promise to let you throw me a bone, if you know what I mean. Oh, you are a treat, hero. To think that the abbots could find a soul so pure that they fall apart at the smallest innuendo. Oh, what a good lapdog you would have been for them, if not for your little secret. While I may be in chains, hero, do not confuse me with a fool. I've seen the way you move in battle. I've even crossed swords with you myself. And then there's your scent. That repulsively sweet scent that reminds me of the polished wood of a confessional. Oh, how the people of this town would turn white as sheets if they knew that their precious hero is actually a dampier. I had my suspicions from the moment I first heard of your exploits, and those suspicions became convictions when I saw you leading your platoon from the castle walls. The clerics of the 7 great cathedrals are no strangers to combat. So, when I heard that they had formed a coalition against me and begun marching their forces towards my castle, I prepared accordingly, amassing an army of thralls and infernals that should have taken centuries to get through. And yet, you cut a swath through my army as if it was nothing. As if the tenacity of my forces was akin to that of a flower being crushed under a boot. You're too humble for your own good, hero. Sure, the holy knights did fight alongside you. But if you had not been the spearhead for the cathedral's golden legions, their forces would never have reached my walls, and your laughably short crusade would have turned into a 1,000-year siege. I thought I had planned for every contingency, but shame on me for not expecting to be betrayed by my own kind. At least I can take solace in the fact that the abbots didn't account for this either. Ah, I see. So that's why you're here. It's been keeping you up at night, hasn't it? The fact that the people still laud you as a hero and as a champion, even though your secret sin is no longer yours alone. Even if I did have the wherewithal to out you as a dampier hero, think for a moment. Who would believe me? And even if I knew that someone would take me seriously, why would I out you as one of my own? Doing that would only ruin the joke. The idea that the people's champion, the hero of La Pronta, the warrior saint of weeping halos, and the symbol of virtue, adored by all 7 cathedrals. The idea that that person, a supposed blessing from heaven, is actually a bit of grace burped up from hell itself. What a divine bit of comedy, if I do say so myself. You can fish for excuses all you like, hero. But I'm afraid that the facts see fit to frustrate your pursuits. Like I said earlier, I'm not in here because I did something wrong. I'm here because the cathedrals and I entered into a contest of strength, and I lost. Oh, come now, hero. Use that oh-so-clever brain hiding behind your pretty face. What have I done that truly deserves death, besides breathing? How has my presence so impeded fate that they would see fit to send their messengers to my door to collect my head? Conquest is the foundation of all kingdoms, hero. Your towns and cities are no different. So why is it that the expansion of my borders is deemed heretical, while the expansion of yours is seen as an act of divine will? No answer. Well, at least you're honest with yourself. If you were one of the abbots, you'd be telling me that my mere existence is an act of heresy, even though monsters and humans have been sharing this world since its inception. So I took on subjects to fill the streets of my kingdom, some of whom I blessed with eternal life. I can hardly see that as any sort of crime. If anything, I see it as a product of nature. Some monsters turn humans, and some humans kill monsters. Everyone not directly involved in that conflict seeks to breed like rabbits on the side. And thus, we arrive at an ever-changing population size, with all participants behaving as they should be, my dear hero. But perhaps if I squint hard enough and look at things through stained glass windows, I could delude myself to the point where I actually agree with you. Your views are founded on falsehoods, hero. I don't know who told you all of this, but the subjects of my kingdom were not unhappy. In fact, many of the denizens of this kingdom found their way into mine, all of them looking for the happiness that you think I denied my own people. I'm sure the abbots knew of this ahead of time. How could they not? Or did you think that the expression "death to the heretics" referred only to me and my many non-existent reflections? You're free to dislike how I do things. I took on subjects, made vampires, governed my people with an undying ruthlessness, and sought to expand my borders to accommodate my nation's growing size. Oh, and, of course, I also decided to slaughter every man and woman who dared to oppose me, just as your side opted to slaughter me and mine, without even so much as a whisper of a ceasefire. In the end, I see both sides as being equally guilty of nothing. But maybe the scales of justice know something that I don't. Or maybe justice themselves has been tricked into using false weights with their scales. Anything is possible with enough blind faith, I suppose. If I could speak to your growing silence. The world may be full of colors, hero, but when it comes to right and wrong, things are often illuminated under various shades of gray. Looks like they finally got around to setting up the gallows. There's a window at the other end of this hall, isn't there? Take a peek outside and tell me how it looks. Is it as ornate as it sounds? Is it grand enough to end my life? Vampire king of shadows and father of the graveborn? I guess this explains why the clerics didn't ask you to kill me yourself. Tell me, is it instruments of death specifically that turn you off? Or are you having second thoughts after talking to me? Be honest now. I promise not to tell any of the monks that my beauty and charm entices you to sin. Why do you look so down, hero? This should be a cause for celebration. You're about to rid the valley of its greatest threat. You've officially gotten in with the cathedrals. I'm sure you've been paid handsomely, and every commoner in this town has gotten drunk off of singing your praises. They've even started calling you the Nightmare Eater. The title's a little grandiose if you ask me, but since you only got it after besting me in battle, well, I guess I can tolerate a modest amount of pretension. Are you really that lost for words? What did you think you would feel after seeing me, after speaking with me? I don't know that much about you yet, but even with our limited time together, I could have told you that nothing good would have come from this meeting. You hero types are always born so soft-hearted. Actually, maybe soft-hearted isn't the right word, since you genuinely seemed to be enjoying yourself when we fought at my castle. Oh, don't even try to deny it. You can blame it on the adrenaline, on my alluring form and witty remarks. You can even try to blame it on your damned halberd, which cut through every magical spell and creature in sight, like a shriek of terror through moonlit air. In any event, the end result remains the same. You and I had fun together that night. And I'm even willing to bet that, for a moment, you forgot all about your cause, the war, and everything else outside the castle walls. Because in that moment, nothing else mattered. There was just you and me. You know, we could have fun like that again, if you see fit to let me out. Well, what if I said we could engage in a different type of fun? A more intimate kind of fun. Would that be enough to persuade you? Oh, I'll never get tired of making you blush, hero. It's almost a shame that I'm keeping you all to myself. But I am a very jealous man. So the cathedrals will have to learn to live without you. Forgive me for answering a question with a question, but tell me, have you ever heard of the phrase, "An incompetent ally is worse than a competent enemy"? I only ask because you have very incompetent allies at your side, hero. After all, what kind of fool tries to restrain a vampire with a normal pair of handcuffs? Struggle all you like, hero. There's nothing you can do. You're all mine now. I know you like to play the hero. But is now really the time to resort to tired cliches? Very well, I'll humor you. Now that I have you in my arms, all that's left is to sink my teeth into your pretty neck and lap up your blood until you haven't any strength left to stand. And once that's done, I'll be taking you home with me. As I said before, little hero, you and I had a lot of fun the night we met. And even if you're loath to admit it, I have no problem voicing my desire to keep you around. But in order for that to happen, we need to get rid of that pesky little hang-up that your human half calls morality. And what better way is there to get rid of your human hang-up than by removing your human half in its entirety? Shh. Like I said, hero, it's useless. Your friends in the cathedral can't help you now. And your precious halberd is nowhere to be seen. I even went out of my way to put all the guards under my spell. So even if you cried out, no one would come to save you. Like I said earlier, you're mine, hero. Mine to taste, mine to break, and mine to mold into the perfect little soldier, lover, and pet. Now, hold still. Your blood tastes awful. It's sour, yet somehow sweet. And this burning in my throat. It feels like I swallowed a piece of the sun. It's almost as if your blood is punishing me for drinking it. I love it. I want more. Divine. Oh, my poor little pet. Did I take too much blood from you? Don't worry. When you wake up, you'll be safe and sound in your new home, with a chalice full of my blood waiting for you. I'm sure that you're doing your best to be defiant right now, pet. But I think that energy is better spent thinking of ways to please your new master. I know that this isn't the life that you imagined for yourself, precious. But the thing about being my pet is, you don't have a choice.